Hey everyone, welcome back to another cast by HD Phoenix. This is game 2 of the Singapore Starcraft League November, and it's going to be an explosive match because these players are really good. We do have inFiRevenant down at the 5 o'clock position as the orange Zerg, and we have aLtOxygeN in the 2 o'clock position as the blue Terrier. Now before I start this match, I really want to give out a massive shout out to every other shoutcaster out there. To you guys who don't do shoutcasting, this is a lot of work. A 10-minute clip takes me roughly about 3 hours to make, and then there's audio programs, there's video recording programs, and then you gotta put it together in like Sony Vegas or Final Cut Pro, and then you be an idiot like me and you do the entire cast and you didn't hit the record button, and then you now have to recast the game. So I already know the outcome of this match, but I am gonna cast it again. It's gonna be a very good match. If you saw the last match actually between aLtOxygeN and inFiRevenant, you know that Oxygen actually was able to put up so much early pressure on Revenant. Revenant was not allowed to get his base up, and he was forced to spam a lot of units, and Revenant made a very risky choice of going early Mutalisk, even though he knew that Oxygen had a lot of Marines, and the 6 Mutalisk hit the base the same time as the Marines moved out. So actually if those 10 Marines that Oxygen had stayed in the base, Oxygen would have been fine, but instead the Mutalisk were tearing up the SCVs, and aLtOxygeN was basically forced to decide whether do I retreat and recover as many SCVs as I can, or do I send every SCV to the front and go all in, and Oxygen went all in. And actually look at this SCV coming over here. He actually might want to do a proxy barracks, and actually is he going to drop that? Yes, he does drop the proxy barracks. The reason why he wants to do this is because this is Steps of War. Steps of War is an extremely short rush distance. If you look at the ramp just outside the enemy's natural, it is practically just 10 seconds of running time to the enemy's natural, and because with such a short rush distance, you're not going to be able to react in time, and that's exactly what aLtOxygeN wants to do. He wants to essentially cheese Revenant, and Revenant's drone is actually just barely going to scoot away, and he's just going to live to scout another day. But what Revenant has seen is pretty much all he wants to is he knows that there is no gas by Oxygen right now, and that's going to be really fishy. Actually, he's going to keep his drone alive by making it into an extractor just to make sure there is no more gas. But Oxygen, Revenant does know that there has to be something fishy out, because by now every Terran will get their gas, and actually this drone is going to find that our Revenant scouting is immaculate, and he does know that it is going to be very early pressure. The drone is going to scurry back to the base, and Revenant is in a huge amount of trouble. He is going to spam 4 Zerglings. He has a queen, he has speed, but is it going to be enough? The Oxygen's already in his base. His 2 SCVs and a single Marine. The barracks are churning out as many Marines as they can, and this could spell a lot of trouble for Revenant if he does not react properly. He's going to have to pull probably some drones to defend against this. The bunker does go down in a very defensive position, but the thing is there's only 1 Marine here. There are 3 SCVs trying to punch away at these Zerglings, but this Marine is going to go down. Revenant does save his 1 weak Zergling, not allowing his Zerglings to fall, and he does save his other 2 weak Zerglings, and look at that, he was able to defend the entire push without losing a single unit on the units lost. 250 minerals lost by Oxygen, 0 for Revenant, and Revenant is going to counterattack, but he knows that he's not going to be able to do that with 3 Marines as support, and the SCV is extending a little too far. He does pull it back, but the thing is the pressure is not over. Oxygen is completely in Revenant's face, and it's going to be up to Revenant to see if he's going to be able to defend it. Revenant is still spamming Zerglings right now. The economy of the both players is really weak, 16 to 14, and look at that! Looking across the field, Oxygen is going all in. He's even bringing 8 more workers. There's 8 more workers, 5 Marines here, and it's going to be really hard. There is 1 more bunker going down. By the Queen is being focused down. The Zerglings are being chopped to pieces. Actually, even the Queen being surrounded by the SCVs and going down. And Revenant is in a huge amount of trouble. Revenant is also forced to pull his workers off the line. And the workers on worker battle, there are so many more Zerglings. The Zergling does have speed, and they're actually able to surround and completely destroy all the Terran forces. But the thing is it's not over. Oxygen has lost a huge amount of units, 1,000 to 650. Even the bunker does not able to finish. So Oxygen, all his units are going to scramble back to the base, and right now Oxygen really does need to wall off his thing. He cannot allow Zerglings in his base right now because he moved his barracks over here. His front wall is very weak, and there we go. Oxygen is going to wall it off, and actually wow, there was a Marine actually here, gave his life for the Terran cause, and actually because those Zerglings actually stopped to kill that Marine, the wall was able to complete. So give that Marine a purple heart, man. If that Marine did not delay those Zerglings, Oxygen would have lost that game right now. Oxygen would not have been able to get the wall up with Zerglings in his face, and the Zerglings are going to come over here to see, and actually Oxygen just cancelled the Marine just about to be made and thus recover his barracks. But wow, I have to say that Marine just saved Oxygen the game. If he didn't do that, this would have been a very short match. But look at that. Oh, Revenant is actually making a very critical decision. He is getting a Baneling's Nest. He does want to end the game really, really quickly. He is making 12 more Zerglings. This game is really, really, really intense. And Oxygen knows that most likely there's going to be a Baneling's bust. He has double walled the top section of his base with a command center. But the thing is the bottom section looks a little weak. I think this bunker needed to be slightly lower. There is a gap right here, and I think there's actually a gap right here. Oxygen needs to cancel this Marine and throw down a tech lab, because right now there is a ton of Zerglings. Here comes the counter attack by Revenant. Revenant knows that right now it's going to be a low econ game. He has sacrificed all his econ just to go this down. The bunker does go down. He does have the second wall, but there is no tech lab here. The Zerglings do run by. The Zerglings are running into the base, and they're going straight for the worker line. There's only 6 Marines by the Oxygen, and I don't know if he's going to be able to stop this many Zerglings. The SCVs are running for their lives. Looking at the harvester count, it is dwindling for Oxygen. Oxygen has pretty much lost all his workers. Actually, the Zerglings know that the Marines were out of the bunker. The Marines were actually able to scramble in, but the Revenant does not care. He is picking off as many workers as he can, and right now it is a dismal two workers and one. Okay, never mind, that worker just died. 2 workers for Oxygen, 12 for Revenant. Revenant is still healthy, and he's still looking at the production tab. He is still spamming Zergling. He is still making Banelings, and this game is done, ladies and gentlemen. This game is completely done. I don't see how Oxygen is going to be able to recover. Oxygen did go after that, thinking that Revenant would sit back on his laurels and just macro up and just play defensive, and so he went for his own expansion, but Revenant says, no, I am not going to play the expansion game. I'm going to end you, and just spam units, and that's the power of the Zerg. The Zerg is able to switch in a microsecond between offenses and defensive, and what a quick game. Like, the thing is Oxygen is such an aggressive player. Look at that. Like, it takes serious guts to put any kind of proxy on this map. And the scouting by Revenant with his overlords, with that drone, he saw there was no early gas. And even though Revenant scouted it out, imagine if Revenant didn't scout that out and those 6 initial Zerglings were made into 3 drones. Revenant would have died instantly. This game would have been over. But even after the initial push was pushed back, Revenant decided to say, hey, okay, you know, it's even right now, but I'm going to be aggressive. And Oxygen, who's used to be the aggressive, suddenly was under attack, and he just, I guess, in a moment of panic, he didn't realize there was a gap here. He knew there was a gap here, so he threw it on barracks, but he didn't realize there was a gap here, and that, ladies and gentlemen, that one gap right here cost him the game. But it's not over. This is a best of 5. We are going to go into the 3rd match, and the thing is, the matches are so close. I don't know how to call it. It's still anybody's game. Oxygen's going to have to win the next 3 games in a row if he's going to take it from Revenant. But don't count him out. This is a very, very accomplished player, and I can't wait to cast Game 3. This is HD Phoenix signing out.